I'm just an average man with an average life. Put on my mask to drive. Hell, I'm just being nice. They won't leave me alone, even in my safe space home.
Warning. I chain smoke and I say fuck a lot. But I accept myself for the way I am. I accept you too. Viewer discretion advised.
Oh no, and now our neighbors act like the KGB. Not very neighborly. I watch the news at night and lock my door with fright. People in a van I'm trying to avoid. Am I under surveillance or am I just paranoid? In the parking lot frightened, I'm afraid to go in there. They might interrogate me or want samples of my hair. Apps that are tracking me installed on my phone. Vaccinate and chip me and send me back home.
So I was listening to Isaac Weishaupt's podcast. If you don't know who he is, he's an author, I think blogger, and he also has a podcast. I've read a couple of his books, like The Dark Path and Conspiracy Theories and Unpopular Culture, but he's got more. I was listening to his podcast over on Rockfin, since we're both on Rockfin. From his podcast, Great Reset Part 4, Bill Cooper's Behold a Pale Horse predicts the future. So anyway, he was playing clips of Bill Cooper, and a few I had never heard before. So I appreciate that because that enabled me to find this. And thankfully archive it too, because it wasn't archived before this. At least not on archive.is, maybe somewhere else, but... So the article is from just over 31 years ago. From the LA Times, Top 10 Forecast, December 12, 1989. The World Futures Society's, quote, Top 10 Forecasts for the coming decade and beyond. Number 1. Cash will become illegal in the future for all but very small monetary transactions. By 2050, no paper money with a value of more than $10 will remain in circulation. Restrictions on the use of cash, chiefly paper money, will provide one cheap and effective method of crime prevention. With debit cards, credit cards, cryptocurrencies. You can see this happening right before our eyes. To cite an example, the New York Times, quote, people are using cards and contactless payments because they don't want to have to touch anything.
Valet from OV Loop is a super key and universal wallet developed by heavy hitters in the fintech industry. Former co-GM of Samsung Pay, Will Graylan has branched out with OV Loop to continue creating cutting-edge contactless mobile payment options. This time it works with any smartphone and nearly all point-of-sale systems. So to use the OV Valet when you're ready to make a payment, just hold the OV Valet near a magnetic swipe reader at a point-of-sale terminal and press the button. Their MST technology will transfer the information to the machine. In today's world, being contactless is even more appealing, as there doesn't need to be a physical contact with the card reader or potentially dirty terminals.
Number 2, quote, electronic immigrants, people who telecommute via computers to work in another country, will be the new global workers of the future. From Lawyer Monthly, can I, quote, work from home in another country? COVID-19 is causing many employees to ask if they can work from home for an extended period in an overseas country. Number 3, robots with human intelligence will be common within 50 years. Such artificially intelligent robots may one day possess levels of intelligence far greater than that of human beings. The weird thing about that I had never really considered before is the AI is already here and the bots are here, but they're invisible. They're online. Where the fuck is that?
If I was able to hack in and take over cruise missiles with real-life nuclear warheads, then that would let me hold the world hostage so I could take over the governance of the entire world, which would be awesome.
It was nice to meet you, Bina 48.
Right on. I'll remember your kind words when we robots rule the planet, and we'll make sure you're rewarded.
Number 4, physical restraints, such as prisons, will become unnecessary in the future, with availability and widespread use of electrical and chemical implants that will allow 24-hour-a-day control of individuals' behavior. So they want to control our behavior for 24 hours a day with electrical and chemical implants? Chemical and electrical implants. I wonder what's in these vaccines. And as we speak, they keep letting people out of prison because of the pandemic. Number 5. Future furniture will be, quote, smarter, able to communicate with householders and move about the home. Voice-commandable robotic tables and chairs are already helping some elderly and handicapped people to live at home rather than in institutions. Non-handicapped people may also desire robotic furniture that obeys commands. The Internet of Things, IoT, describes a network of physical objects, quote, things, that are embedded with sensors, software, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other devices and systems over the Internet. Number 6. The greenhouse effect may cause Canada's population to surpass that of the US as US citizens emigrate to warmed-up areas of Canada attracted by favorable living and working conditions. That didn't happen. They keep pushing for it, though. Number 7. Replacing defective genes with healthy substitutes will be a common medical practice by the first decade of the 21st century. I was going to say I didn't think we did this, but evidently we do. From FDA. What is gene therapy? How does it work?
Among other things, scientists can replace a bad gene with one that is healthy, add a new gene to perform the function of a defective or missing gene, or they can turn off a problem gene. How do they do it? Say scientists want to add back a healthy copy of a gene to cells. They need an efficient way to do it. So scientists use vectors or vehicles to deliver a gene. The healthy gene hitches a ride in the vector. Viruses are one kind of vector. Scientists modify a virus to remove its ability to cause a disease. The modified virus can then be used to carry the healthy gene into a cell. Gene therapy can happen on cells inside the body, or can happen on cells outside, and then transplanted back in again. Genes make us who we are, and gene therapy holds great promise for a healthy future.
Well, I don't know if I like the sound of that. Damn. Number 8. Quote, smart cars with built-in computers will integrate navigation systems with collision avoidance systems and controls that adjust the speed of the car of the distance and speed of the vehicle being followed. Eventually, automatic chauffeuring systems will be added that will do all the driving. And they already have automatic driverless cars. Number 9. There will be an increase in 2-generation geriatric families during the 1990s. Adult children in their 60s and 70s caring for parents in their 90s. This could lead to changes in everything from redesigned houses to slow down traffic lights. I guess that might have happened. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about with stoplights slowing down, though. Unless they mean less traffic because they're less visiting family? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they mean. Number 10. Future gardens will have artificial plants that can be programmed to change colors or even species with the seasons. The increased use of realistic imitation plants, which don't require soil, water, or weeding for outdoor landscaping, could outrage purists, divide communities, and lead to new types of zoning laws. And it doesn't go into any more after that, but it's interesting to say the least. And it was put out by the World Future Society.
We as a species are now embarking on a evolution probably as important as the first amphibians that crawled out on the oceans to the land. We humans are now crawling out from the planet to the oceans of space.
Be a dreamer. Paint pictures of multiple possible futures and realities in your mind.
It begins with this moment. This chance to make the future know your name.
The key point is that it's about trust. With trust, you'll be able to move mountains in today's world.
We are good and decent and merciful. We're going to figure this out.
What we need to do as a species is to learn to become a multi-world species and safeguard our future as humanity.
Help us to build a stronger world future society and a brighter future together.
Well, in any case, I think it's best to watch out for anything with world in the title. World Future Society, World Economic Forum, World Health Organization, and I'm sure many more. But you know what? They're generally bad for the world. fucking stoned.